Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Hope all of you are having a good day today. A little bit, and now we're about right on time. I stayed a little extra on work, a little bit. Tried to get an extra interview. We were running on an assignment that was kind of interesting. Folks' attitude towards charities and stuff like that, and homelessness in the upper Midwest, and it was quite interesting to see the attitudes some folks had. Some dudes, actually one dude in particular, was definitely all about the swearing every few minutes, and it's like the choices, your answers I'm allowed to say do not match what you can put in your survey. It's like, dude, I don't come up with that. I just ask the questions. But then you had some other people that were quite nice and gave thought and understood as like why the questions were worded the way they were. It's like, okay, this is clearly a follow-up study to something else, and also made me a sandwich here. Anyway, finished one commission story request super early this morning. Got that sent off. Started a story that I hope that I will that is slated for tomorrow to be finished, and which is about halfway done. It's definitely not going to be a strong story. Certain concepts I can't get. I'm lucky to get like 2,000 to 2,500 words out of a concept, which is because of my lack of familiarity with certain things. But with certain franchises and story elements, and having to just go off of what what I can come up with. based on what little details I can find on various Wikipedias and clips on YouTube. So it's like that's kind of a tough thing there. But that was kind of like the day in and of itself. Oh, and also if I had any respect for the likes of Carl Jobs and Mutahar, just of some ordinary gamers, the whole fact that they were basically, hey, Falcon Chi, thank you for the resub. 43 months in a row. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Thank you, Falcon Chi. Hope you had a good day today. And that also deserves like all three of the simple. I can throw down some emotes too. That emote moves so perfectly to that alert. The hugging of the heart. Yes, it does. So we have it. Falcon, I hope you have having a good day today. And I forgot what I was about to say regarding Carl Jobs and Mutahar. Regarding the whole completionist situation, it's quite clear that both of those investigators were actually, looking to profit off of destroying someone's career, which of course whose career was going to implode one way or another. But there you go. You're eating your supper. I'm having a sandwich. And it was all right. Got one thing that I meant to have done finished yesterday. I finished like real early this morning. Slept for a few hours, woke up, started on the next project. It is rolling along. But we got Mass Effect stuff to do. Again, if this image is anything to go by, the canon squad for the original Mass Effect is Shepard, Garrus, and Ashley. Make of that what you wills. Hey, McCowboy, how are you doing today? Are you working on the bagpipes this evening? So I said throwing some out, yeah, doing a bit of piping earlier. There you go. And I fully understand the surviving, and I just realized I did not have the desktop audio on, so the music for Falcon Chi's resub was apparently not playing unless you were hearing it from the speakers picking up on the microphone.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
I'm in charge here, Pressly. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
He makes sure we know that.
Speak freely, Pressly. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to
I don't
every
like the fact that
species in
it
the
was
galaxy.
how
Welcome anyone
I'm
who wants to
basically
help us
choosing
do
all
that.
like the real negative choices for
I guess
Shepard's
so. Maybe I'm
responses
just stuck
here,
in the old ways
and how
of
they
things.
strictly
But don't worry, Commander, this won't be a
conflict
problem.
with one another.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A
This is the
massive
Agincourt?
fleet of alien
I always
raiders
would
hit
pronounce
the
that
Prowler, trying to
Agincourt.
wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we again learn extra XP.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots.
Damn
out of the
Eagles are
fire.
winning. Guess they're gonna take the division. I thought the Eagles played yesterday. Oh, clearly not. Clearly not, as I did not realize the Sports Bop just posted. It's like, oh, they're up on the Seahawks 10-3.
Saving my boots from burning lava is part of your job, Joker. We don't give medals to soldiers for doing their jobs.
That figures. Just get me a nice card and a cake. No coconut, though. I hate that crap. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the
He
instructors
he
at flight
totally
school
picked the
used to brag
name.
about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Question is
I work
regarding
my
the
ass off
Eagles
in
in the
flight school,
playoffs.
Commander. The world's
You know,
not gonna
despite
handle
their,
me
you
if I go
know,
around grinning like an idiot.
being
By
dominant
the end
most of the year,
I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the
they've
instructors,
not
and
exactly been
everybody
playing
knew it.
up to,
They
you
all got
know,
their asses kicked by the sickly
expectations.
kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Rolex syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures. Hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years
He
ago,
was
I wouldn't
falling
have survived
apart
past
at
my
birth.
first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine.
But if he
floating
did, that
around
would
this
be
chair.
most impressive.
Be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
I
Yeah,
have to go.
very, very true. I did see, like, one of our local sports talk channels basically pointing out, like, oh, strength of schedule, that the Eagles did have, one could debate, the hardest schedule over the course of the season. And so they basically get to cakewalk the rest of the way if they don't, you know, pull a Philadelphia and, you know, coast without putting max effort in.
Commander, do you have a minute?
Make it quick, Lieutenant. I have a lot on my mind.
This Saren is looking for records. of
Wow,
some
that
kind of
reflection
crime.
off of Shepard's face because of the skin tone is kind of weird.
There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
We've got our orders. Belly aching won't change them.
I hear you. It just seems like a crew
There's
of
that
around
sheen
the
on
world
Shepard's
didn't
head.
see this coming. I mean, it's funny. We finally get out here, and the final.
Like, no wonder he's always wiping his head from
The
sweat.
residents don't
He's
even seem
standing under a
impressed with the
freaking heat
people
lamp.
or the dangers.
I'm sure your letters home are very poignant. Just keep this kind of sentimentality out of the CIC.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry to have wasted your time. I'm right about the mission, though. I know it. Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni.
Dr. Sony T.
She seems nice enough. Hard to believe she's older than both of us put together.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
As I said, this is going to be the bitchy biotic run.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has
Like,
an impressive
Shepard,
service
total
record,
renegade.
1,000 special
She's going to be
commendations.
snapping. Well,
That's
mostly
to
will
himself.
more likely be nice to
Maybe
Tally
because of the
because everybody
It's
be
not
nice
easy
to
being
Tally.
number 2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain.
One thing you notice,
There's a
despite
long
this
list
being
of
the older
reference
version of
sites.
Mass Effect, you can
Maybe
still
you'll
like
like it.
the bags
Get
under
migraines.
Dr. Chakwas' eyes is quite noticeable.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Extra XP.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
No.
I just want to talk.
Of course. I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I had to save you. You can help me stop Saren.
I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help
You're
you
blue.
stop
That's
Saren.
just like
I
her.
promise.
Promises are easy to make, but hard to keep.
I do not begrudge you your suspicions. I just hope in time you will come to trust me.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting.
She's honest.
I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Hey, you're right. That doesn't sound very interesting.
On occasion, I have run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumbled across small bands of privateers. That probably does not seem very exciting to someone like you. I guess seeking out history's lost secrets holds a special appeal for me. I would give a century of my life to discover a beacon like the one you found on Eden Prime. You
She
were
lives for
actually
1,000
touched
years,
by
but she
your
only give up,
Prothean
just
technology.
1 century out of
That
that.
is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
I'm not some artifact you can take back to your lab, Doctor.
I am sorry, Commander. I did not mean it like that. I am used to dealing with computers and data disks. I am not very good with people. I let my professional curiosity get the better of me. Please forgive me. Let us talk about something else.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always
I mean,
outspoken
it is
about
funny,
the
though,
need for the
'cause
Asari to
it
become
really
more
depends on the
involved in shaping
lighting.
galactic events.
And
Maybe
some of the
another
choices I made
alliance
for
over
Shepard's
Saren
face,
would someday
very
be for the greater
questionable,
good
but the
in
skin
long run.
tone, the fact
At
that,
least I hope so.
Any chance she's in this for power?
like,
or
here it
something?
looks fine, but when we're talking to Kaden,
No,
the
not
light
Benezia
source
either.
was just like,
But I
we had this
hadn't
big
spoken
glob of
with my
white on
mother
her
in many
face,
years. She may have changed.
which, all things considered,
I'd like to know
is
more about
like,
the Asari.
that phrasing came out
We were
wrong.
the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek
To the
understand other
greater
species,
whole.
it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is
No, she
filled
should have
with
said the greater
rumors and
good.
misinformation about my people.
It's like,
Most of the
says the
inaccuracies
greater
are
good
centered
is like,
around our
was it
cultural
Hot Fuzz
Our
reference?
species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
And we'll be open up to this one there.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings.
They can
We
create
touch
their own
their
version of
hearts and
Shepard.
minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these
Now
traits onto our
that I think about it, I just got a Mass Effect 5
develop a greater
theory.
understanding of other races.
What if the Asari and everything, and what if you're playing as an Asari, but because at the end of Mass Effect 3, Liara does get like, no matter what your relationship status with Liara is like, they do that one more like embracing eternity gimmick towards the end of Mass Effect 3, like before the final push, towards the to the beam up to the Citadel. What are the odds that Liara just happened to take some of Shepard's DNA and, without Shepard knowing? Think about that. It's a bad idea, but at the same time, it's a creative one, and not going with the whole, oh, Shepard is back after sacrificing themselves.
Encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
I do. I know exactly who she chose as her partner.
So I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Matriarch Aaliyah? Or I cannot pronounce it
Not for the
right away.
purposes of reproduction.
Or straight
Asari
away.
believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold.
Well, you got the Ardak Yahtzee that can come about.
Pure blood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something...
I love the old little details that one can see.
Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived.
I know I'm talking over the
Long
conversation.
before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
They move on.
Sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus
Except for
on
the
the
Asari that
loss
hook up
of
with the
our
Krogan.
partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone,
I mean, the Asari can turn even the fiercest
the
Krogan
union is
warrior
connection
into a
that
poet.
transcends both time and space.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Do, 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 do. Check and see. Start of the third quarter. The Seahawks can still come back. They're only down by 7. Maybe if they choose to, pass the ball instead of running it into the end zone, that might, lead to a quick score for them. Or is it the other way around? Now, one thing I'm going to have to do, I got one of these, like, somebody left, menus for a local place called Wild Wings. And the Eagles Center is a beast. Like, I couldn't really tell you who's on the Eagles roster. I mean, I live in the Philadelphia area, but I just like having the Eagles score up, so this way I know if I'm going to flip on talk radio tomorrow during the next day. How intolerable is it going to be to listen to? So this is from a place called Wild Wings, Pizza, Steaks, and More. It's over in town called Pennsauken. So I know they're on DoorDash. So one of these days, Jason Kelce. Oh yeah, Jason Kelce, the brother of Travis Kelce. That's right. This place has certainly some delicious looking things. So I am very much considering, like, since my birthday's on Saturday, ordering from this place. You know, someplace different.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
All right. Can't get that. So we can get go with the better pistol there. Well, it's a higher rank pistol, even though the Stinger is better damage and stuff. Ooh, that is going to be brutal. I can already tell. Oh, wait, he can't wear? Wait, Garrus can't wear heavier armor? Yeah, it's... Oh boy. That's going to be problematic.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers.
Garrus Vakarian. He is, of course, a Turian who has the proverbial stick up his ass.
Too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
He's not impressed that you're going after Saren?
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren.
He will. He'll become a mercenary, a bounty hunter.
I was younger, for the same reason.
Hey, look at that!
You were asked to be a Spectre.
I was targeted as a possible Spectre.
Okay.
Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability.
And if the Seahawks...
Wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Oh boy, so there you go. I commented on it.
Spoken like a true CSEC officer.
I made the joke. I made a joke a few minutes ago about, you know, hey, they, you know, it was, if either they ran it in or passed it in and do the opposite of what they would normally do, they can tie it up.
By policies and procedures.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game.
So,
It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you.
I'm pretty sure if my brother heard me, he was like, what are you doing, jinxing them?
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good.
I called it.
He's rotten. To the
Somebody pick up that phone.
I could tell as soon as I met him.
Like,
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging.
I
about
threw
it.
a screenshot of, like, obviously OG vanilla version of Mass Effect in someone else's Discord
Around to ride
the other day. It's like they were shocked that Rex looks as good then
so I checked it out.
as he does, almost as good then as he does in the Legendary Edition.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables. Looking for
Seriously, you look at Rex and look at all the little detail, all the little indentations on the face.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship.
The scars, the battle damage.
Couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke.
The big question is, how the hell does he get in and out of that armor?
I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week.
Every damn one. Get him on Monday Night Football commentary.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I'm not sure I believe it either. It's better to have her where we can
How
see
funny
her.
is like the big blue lighting effect. And it's not on this scene, but it's here.
I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
It's not normal for an enlisted to speak informally with the commander.
I figured since the crew was so small, you might be more permissive. I mean, that helmsman of yours. Most places, he'd be at captain's mast every day. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy.
Okay, we can smack Ashley down here.
Around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Ma'am, no ma'am.
Clearly she
Sorry, I
does.
was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Shepard. The queen of mixed messages. Do 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 do.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
How does it work? It works like this.
They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location.
Basically, what the Normandy does is hold in a fart.
Silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone.
It's like when you hold it in for this long time, eventually you gotta let it out.
Looking out a window can see us.
And then everyone knows where you are.
Close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on.
Think like Admiral Benson in Hot Shots Part 2.
They can't see us, not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it.
As he served on the math class,
right down to
the science class.
My last assignment.
How about the
was on
home
Tokyo,
economics
only a
class?
cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
All right.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
Hey, Panda. How's it going? It's the Panda alarm.
Out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last
How's it going, Panda? Hope you're having a good day today.
Air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard.
It's perfect use for the fear emotes. Like, what?
So empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return.
It's like,
I always
they
assumed
get all
something
big
bad
old
happened.
hugs.
But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have
She'll
to
go
stop
back
Seren
and then
first.
depart again.
Otherwise,
Then she'll go
I
back
might not have a hope
and
to
depart
get back.
again. And then she'll go back.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival.
Okay, I've seen this one.
Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for
I
granted.
want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I want to know more about.
Yeah, we saw that conversation on Saturday, so just trying to remember what ones we did.
It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
They turned on them. The Quarians turned on them first.
Were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI.
But then...
Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and
Because they weren't exactly making an AI, it just sort of happened.
We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
What made them rebel?
Well, simply put, you know, the Quarians freaked out. They were defending themselves.
More abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose?
Questions of any life form.
This caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness.
And the Eagles score right back several minutes later.
If they were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was
All right.
inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel.
Let's see. I say that the Seahawks will hold
rise up against us. So we
the Eagles to 17 points and tie it up, and the game potentially will go into overtime.
Systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had much
The rage, the flip of the table.
The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld.
But what Tally doesn't know that Quarians were also fighting on the side of the Geth.
But they never came beyond the veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them.
Clearly they did.
If they had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy.
They're not innocent victims now, but back then they were the innocent victims.
All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren, and that's why we have to stop him.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet.
It's like when they reach maturity.
But no ship wants
Tally doesn't look mature. How can you tell? She's wearing a mask. We are assuming.
We set out alone.
I will make an ass out of you and me.
We only return once
yeah,
we
okay.
Something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join.
Just doing some matches in Overwatch and also cursing some of the
Can a captain choose
having to carry a group with more? Well, you can do it, Panda. You can do all the carrying. Now the question is, if you got a tank that was smart enough to stay in range of you to heal them.
Even when the gift is not particularly valuable,
like I try to stay in perfect range of Panda healing me.
There is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift.
Granted, even I am not always successful in that regard.
On a new community. Most pilgrims don't return.
Sometimes I will charge ahead as Junker Queen on the New York map, and knock out 3 enemies, and as Pandas comes to heal me comes to heal me as Mercy, the doors will close and their head bangs against it. It's like pong.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive.
That was a funny clip from last night too.
Help us on our journey. We also
Best part is the play of the game actually showed that.
Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return.
They have a 98.5 success rate.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
There you go, 156 experience points. Like I said, you go through and talk with folks, you get a lot done there. And so how do we want to approach? I think we'll bump around various systems and work our way towards the Citadel. I know I got where. Stand perfectly still in the elevator. Running up the stairs. Oh wait, there is more experience points. Nom 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 nom. Okay, we got that maxed out. Let's go there. There. Pistols unlocked. Again, we are limited to just one weapon type. You gotta rely solely on our biotics. So Artemis Town we've done. Let's take the outer rim approach. Like we do the big hook. This way we go to the Citadel, we probably will have like a bunch of things to turn in. Nothing there. Alright, we gotta land on Tribin. Gas deposit. We found hydrogen. I like this. You recover a strange object orbiting Ploba. Chief Engineer Adams and Tally tried unsuccessfully to determine its origins. They did find one of Matriarch Dilanaga's writings stored within. All right, we gotta take Liara and we gotta take Garrus. So our biotic strength is high. So this is going to be a interesting. Every combat situation is going to be rough. All right. Research base anomaly. And there is something else to pick up here, because again, we are trying to level up as much as possible. Trying to get the power boost. You know what? If we had vehicles in the in Starfield, actual ground vehicles, things would actually be kind of cool. But we don't got ground vehicles in that game. And you gotta walk everywhere. Bound plutonium. Oh, that reminds me. Equipment. Can we swap Garrus's? Can't.
Ready.
Whee! We were flying!
Redeploying. Shields disabled.
Alright, what did we pick up? Shotgun and sniper rifle. Which one is... Oh, that's why it's like that's what's throwing me off there.
We got them all, Shepard.
Electronic skill too low. Damn. Alright, so we can't grab that, which would have been cool. But, we upgraded Garrus's weapons. No, Saturday, when we went to the channel that was playing Mass Effect Andromeda, you didn't realize there was like all the banter that was being said in the Nomad. And that the fact there is like no banter at all with folks, riding around in the Mako. One of the reasons why it's like Mass Effect Andromeda is like the first game like completely refined when you think about it.
Heading to position.
This device is transmitting type beam signals into geosynchronous orbit. This disrupts the survey team's GPS satellites, causing them to crash nearby. Alright, so we kind of have to go clear across. Like, gotta cut across, shorty, cut across. That's what Miss Lucy say. Strange rendering in the distance. Mass Effect. It's Starfield done right. I mean, seriously, how can they have released that game without, like, you know, giving you like a ground rover or something to work with? Now, question, there will be, of course, something I would want to attempt, because I've done it once before. See about flipping the Mako over onto its back. Oh, shit! Well, gotta love it when the Thresher Maws pop up.
Cover me.
Rage, Overwatch. Alright, Panda. Like, we scoot along. Right.
This place looks abandoned.
Thanks, Liara. We found the radioactive rounds.
Just lead the way.
What's the point of saying you talk to them when you can't, when they don't really say anything insightful?
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Perhaps we will find more answers at the excavation site.
Garrus, move. Dude. Funny, we carry all these weapons, but we can only really use just one of them.
I've seen this before. Machine cultists. The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned fanatics.
Thank goodness we were not playing this on a harder difficulty than it needed to be. We would, yeah, definition of screwed right there. that accounts for all of the exogeny survey teams that were converted to cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used by the Geth on Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on the frontier world so far from Geth territory is a mystery. Well, at least we got stuff that we can sell off. Again, the combat, I can only imagine what the hell that final push towards the end of the game is going to be. Oh, there's a crate over here. Definitely we need to boost almost everything. Wow. Like, okay, it says that Garrus can wear... But he can't wear that armor. Something there? No. Again, that for me that is very strange. Like that Garrus says that we can't put like medium armor on Garrus. Wait, no, it might be something that unlocks for him based on his skill set. Scans found. We found a Prothean data disk. Good. Nothing there. Where? Whoops. Up. Clicked over too fast. Over on Nephew. A thorium. And what the best part is about Mass Effect 2? You can actually probe Uranus. It's like, I'm not kidding on it. EDI is not thrilled with you doing that, but still.
Intruders! Kill the hostage!
Save the chairman.
I will destroy you!
I will destroy you!
I will destroy you! Go, go, go! Look out!
I will destroy you!
Oh, wow.
I'm on it! I will destroy you! See how it is?
Well, we made it through.
Write letters and everyone ignores you.
I was like, whoops.
The only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade? Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all gonna regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose?
Dude has a lot of freckles on his face.
Get reparations. We've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
Again, we'll say it again. Don't be stupid.
If you die fighting, you'll get a lot of biotics killed as well.
What do you mean?
You've just made all L2 biotics look like terrorists. Think of what will happen to them.
But people need to hear about what the government has done and what it has failed to do.
Yeah, good luck trying to hold the government accountable for anything.
You don't
Ba-da-ba.
have to kill me to make your point.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander.
Nothing will happen
I
this
thought I was
time.
dead when they took me. I'll see to it that
Dude has some
reparation
high
discussion is
cheekbones,
real.
man.
I didn't know they were so desperate.
Then you weren't doing your job. A 5th Fleet cruiser will pick you and the prisoners up.
Hey, we leveled up again. Okay, she gets a electronic skill boost. And he gets assault rifles and sniper rifles. Okay, he gets okay, it takes him a while to get his armor. Allows you to immediately restore your squad members to fighting state after they've been knocked out. So again, not ideal. Shipper get an army tool access? No, just a biotic amp.
I will destroy you! I will destroy you!
And so we're kind of relying on Garrus here to kind of be tanky. Yeah, what happened to all the other people? Like, thankfully, we were able to tear through that, man. But them rushing in like that, whew. Kind of problematic there. See, the Seattle got. Well, I said that they were going to hold them to 17, but I was, I was thinking Seattle was going to get that touchdown, to tie it up.
Coming in. Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully.
We resolved it peacefully? We were shot at!
Noted, Commander.
We nearly died! To the Amazon cluster. Oh, to me. Well,
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired
this mission.
probes into Turian space. We just received a mission complete burst from one of them.
And this is a problem. Why?
When these probes were
like
launched, we didn't
Shepard sarcasm.
We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in, a 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead, about equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the
Just
20s.
about,
If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
Just because I saved Eden Prime doesn't make me an expert on nuclear munitions.
I know.
It clearly does not.
Ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible.
And they would be right.
If they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
Misfire?
Don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
By the time we finish our current objectives, you could have someone else on site.
All right, I'll see if I can find someone else to handle this. Fifth Fleet out.
It's like, oh. This Shepard is such a bitch. This is like have someone else do it. Let's see. With help from Navigator Presley, we recon team recovered a small unmanned probe marked with Quantum Outpost insignia. Again, we're not going to have the range to deal with this. And normally you just go sniper rifle, but we made the mistake at the very beginning. It's like, oh, okay, I'll just go sabotage, and this way we can. They're like, hey, I was fine afterwards, Panda. Yeah, almost any time you see me reaching to my left over here, I'm taking clips and I'm going through and picking like the best ones that like work out. And that clip definitely worked out. It made the one I did for the play of the game almost redundant with running commentary on it. Then of course there was that clip and the crouching tracer clip that made me laugh when it happened. Wait. Oh wait, I see something over here. Yeah, something unexpected is in this direction. Brushing away the carbonization on the door of the contragravity speeder, you see the Nezo brand name. Judging by the charring, the wreckage has been here since the star's last variable peak. The corpse is wearing the remains of an expensive suit and what appears to be melted antique aviator goggles. Do 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 do. We forge over every mountain, cross every stream.
On my way.
The body is a long way from anything and appears to have been here for quite some time. The body is a book of drawings, including one of the Siglar outpost insignia. Like we glide down. We glide down, much like a Mercy that uses their ultimate and goes into full battle mode. Closing in rapidly on Widowmakers at point blank range. Chances are we won't be able to access this one. Yeah, electronic. Yeah, we got Liara and Garrus. I mean, if their electronics gets boosted up, that would help. The funny thing about this mission, not so much funny, but what stands out about it in the Legendary Edition, they changed the villain that you end up conversing with, I believe, to a Batarian, which makes sense in the narrative, but it's a regular old human in the original version. We're doing flips.
The signal is coming from a mine?
Suspicious.
Yes.
I concur. This did not crash. Someone moved it here.
Your grasp of the obvious is inspiring. There's still a nuke down there. Check your corners and watch your back.
Affirmative.
Again, Shepard's great lines. Looking around, seeing what we see. Hey, it's just like the last place that we were in.
That was a detonator, Commander.
No, really?
At last.
Yep, see, told you it was a human.
Have we met?
My name is Ilanos Haliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
You assume I give a damn. That's cute.
The strongest leads. The one who kills the most.
Another great line from Shepard.
Ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
You organized the attack on Elysium. Too bad we kicked your ass back into Terminus, huh?
I was the motivator.
He was the instigator. He was the master. Never mind.
For sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed. I was ruined when your kind held against the Blitz. What better way to recover my reputation than by eliminating the first human Spectre?
You'll see me again, Haliot. Count on it.
I rather doubt that. Goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
We find a way out. Someone up there needs my boot up his ass. See if there's anything in here we can use.
Y X Y A B B B X Y Y. We disabled the bomb.
On your order, Shepard.
Gotta go out this way. Thank you, Striker. Again, love that little sound. Instantly gets my attention, so I'm not missing like any redeems from channel points.
I will destroy you! I will destroy you!
Shepard's hurt. Shepard's hurt.
Shepard's been hit! Enemy is everywhere! Enemy is everywhere!
Okay. Ali went through a lot of trouble to draw you here. A pity it ended like this for him at least. Now you are above ground. Your suit radio has reestablished connection with the Normandy. Time to get the hell out of here. All right. Do. Return to the Normandy after we, basically got ourselves into a ton of trouble. What we need essentially is the Spectre pistol. Which is going to be, we will need to get the best pistol in the game. It's like, thank goodness we're doing this on the easiest difficulty, because this is going to be tough.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
What does he got? What can we get? Alright, we can't get nothing. Alright, so better pistol for Shepard, in theory. At the very least, we are having this be an action-y. We open up with all the dialogue, run around with the crew, and none of them say anything new until, well, Rex does. Rex and Garrus both do. So, okay, after the next planet, we'll talk to Rex and Garrus. Tali really doesn't have anything to say until after you do, like, the Geth Gauntlet.
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Normandy? Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity.
And speaking of the Geth Gauntlet,
surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
It could be the first wave of an invasion.
Let's hope.
Or the second wave of a colonization.
To investigate this, Shepard. Finding Saren is still your top priority, but you've got experience fighting the Geth. You're the logical choice to take out these outposts. We're transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
Oh boy, this is gonna be... Alright, we start from here and work our way up. I think it ends up being like 5 systems. And we might want to stay in the Mako for a lot of this. Of course, you get more experience points by jumping out of the Mako and fighting stuff on the ground. Hey, see, hey, what did I say? I did say, and you can go back and say, oh, the Seahawks will hold the Eagles to 17 points, and I said it was going to go to overtime, but I said that the Seattle's defense was going to hold them. I did say it was going to hold them to 17 points, right? I said it. I don't even have the game on. I was just making a general observation. Alright, so we gotta go here. Over on research outpost. Alright, so we gotta go to we hit the anomaly first. A desolate wasteland. Besides, my fantasy football team basically fell apart. Yesterday was a real bad day because I had Dallas as like my defense. On my fantasy football team. I had Seattle, but I dropped Seattle because certain dudes were questionable about even playing this week, but I couldn't drop the dudes that were questionable because in my fantasy league, if they're superstar type players, you can't get rid of them. You're stuck with them.
Cover me.
Red Armor Hydra. The scavengers who made this camp are gone. They seem to have abandoned it abruptly some time ago. Well, we got better armor. Oh, that was a bad selection. Oh yeah, no, Seattle, Dallas was doing well. But ooh, wow, that armor is actually worse. It would be nice if this says that you can use. Oh well.
Lead on, Commander.
Into the Mako. And my fantasy team basically had this an awful year in general, really. Whatever could have gone wrong with my fantasy football team, it did go wrong on so many levels. Could be a couple of things close by one another. Where is these? Okay, so that's one thing. Always remember, if the ground is suspiciously flat, chances are it's a Thresher Maul. The down pond is contained a League of One medallion. Its owner is nowhere to be found. As I don't play fantasy football, I forget to check my team, and yeah, I typically, because I've done fantasy baseball, fantasy football, fantasy basketball, and fantasy hockey. Like, how do you keep track of all that? Now, some are kind of easy. It's like, just check them once a week, and is, you know, just look at who's scheduled and try and start the right people and hope no one gets hurt. I will admit, sometimes I forget, but I would often, like, check them, like, every Tuesday. Alright, so see this little lights that are leading up there, but we don't want to go up that way. Because it's on a plateau. Also, it helps. What keeps my interest in football. There's this YouTube channel. Was it Tom Grossi? He does like the every team's reactions to what happened. If the NFL was scripted, sort of thing. Which little bite-sized videos that just like a couple of minutes. That always give me a good chuckle. And Seattle wins. And so I just know this. If I turn on 97.5 The Fanatic or 610 WIP, which are, of course, the two major sports talks. Oh, it's 975. 610 is the AM station. On FM, they're 97. No, they're not 975. They are. What the heck was Now I'm trying to remember, because it used to be a rock station, and I can't remember what the frequency was. Alright, crash probe. Will we be able to do anything with that? Nope. Funny thing is, if I remember where all of them were, could probably get that extra XP after Liara and Garrus, you know, rank up significantly. But we're letting them level up on their own because we kind of going to need them at their peak for the majority of stuff. And now I'm just thinking, the fight against Benezia, that's going to be... I'm just thinking, this is how tough this is going to be going... I need... Because we're chasing achievements here. This is what it says. Like, everything is balanced. If you play Shepard as a soldier, everything is always balanced. Kind of. You can go Shepard, Caden Ashley, Shepard, Rex Garrus, Shepard, Tali Liara, and all the other, you know, every other combinations, and it's not going to really matter in a combat situation. But you're going like, okay, Shepard as an engineer, it's actually a wicked combination too, because Shepard has all those tech powers that actually, screw with the Geth to a very large degree.
Got it.
All right, let's do the smart thing. Let's be smart. Why start now? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Like, unlock every single thing. We got better weapons there. Not that Shepard can use this, just in case. Desperation.
I smell trouble.
Well, okay. All right, that wasn't so bad, all things considered. Oh boy. And That's all we needed. This is like more party crashers. Yes, in stasis. And we'll just let it float in the air there. Let us think about what it did. And it shattered. All right, what do we get? Medical interface. I think there are enemies when we leave on the outside. Incendiary rounds doesn't exactly. I went to kind of sprint down the hall and accidentally closed the door in on myself. Oh, okay, better stuff there. That's... Thank you, Fel Kimchi. It's like I slammed the door in on myself. Horizon Forbidden West looks so good. I know, right? Again, it's like I grab a, you know, if I manage to put the funds together, that is a game I want to play. I mean, on the PS5. Wait, yep, this is I thought. The funny thing is, though, there is a portion in Zero Dawn that says, "Oh, it's it's called the Forbidden West," because you're literally going westward of where the game is. You know, now that I think about it, Horizon Zero Dawn is actually one of the few games where you actually travel east to west. In terms of map coverage. Technically, you start off, you know, in the south, and then you go east, and you go north, and then you go west. But as everybody saw on Fridays for the past couple of months, Whoops, did I just miss that?
3 more outposts to go. The first step in a long journey.
I think we're good, Shepard.
No extra gear to pick up. So it has DLC too. Like, awesome. Good to know. Wonder if the DLC ends up being like the first game, where like it can be slotted into the story and that you can do it and use it to level yourself up and overpower things.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance.
It's Admiral Hackett. Chris Hackett?
Here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
How come every time there's a problem, you end up running to me?
You're a Spectre, Shepard. And this isn't some run-of-the-mill mission. There's an Alliance training ground where we
Oh yeah, Edie's origin story.
Simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Synthetic intelligence is a dangerous technology, Admiral.
VI support is critical to our military success. They process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. But as advanced as this thing is at military strategy, it's still just a VI. It's not self-aware.
That's what he thinks.
Completely disengaged from any networks. That's where you come in. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Don't worry, Admiral. I'll take that thing out.
I know
The dinner. We'll take it out to dinner.
But you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military. And right now, we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Unfortunately, I am in the middle of this series of missions. Alright, we found Iridium. Found some Mercury. Logically, I should do the moon mission first, but I've already made this game harder than it needed to be, and so again, do the smart thing again. Why wait? What's here? Scanning the asteroid field. After some daring maneuvering by Joker, a small team was able to recover some debris from one of the larger rocks. Among the items discovered was a League of One medallion. The League of One. It's a cold terrestrial world. Hey look, you olders, we are landing in Nova Scotia. All right, 1, 2, 3. It's snowing! Well, you can say it's a blizzard. Alright, oh, there's a couple things in this area. Okay, of course! Of course! Of freaking course! Jerk.
Securing point.
This is like, of course. The vehicle and the human corpses show the telltale signs of Geth's weapons file. The Geth have been mangled by the Threshermaw. At least they got what was coming to them. Searching the ruins, you discovered a Prothean data disk. Must have been dropped by one of the Threshermaw's many victims. Or it could be the Threshermaw's music collection. You never know. I mean, it's unlikely, but... I know we all gotta still check the debris. Big leaps. Got big plays. Thankfully, with the Threshermaw, they are like only one per planet. Then you realize. Then you kind of wonder, how the hell did they end up on every single planet if they like originally are from Tuchanka? Like, who was smuggling Threshermaw eggs across the galaxy? That raises so many questions.
On my way.
Of course, electronics still too low. That we're being jammed. Raspberry. There's only one man who would dare give me the raspberry. Lone Star. Oh shit, there's the big one there. Whoa, back it up, back it up, back it up. Thank you, Fel Kimchi. All right. So the big thing is dealt with. Like, oh shit. Run away!
Outposts done. We're halfway there.
It's like, we had to run back to the Mako for that one. I forget, we have sabotage as your power too. Wait, that armor's not as good. Alright. So Garrus will be more inclined to use the sniper rifle. We'll pop, you know what, we'll pop down, we'll talk to Garrus and Rex. And also sell off the unneeded stuff. We were kind of lucky there. We could have died. We could have had to done that mission over again. Wouldn't that have been a shame?
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Need to keep the and the Hydra armor is not as good. Sniper pistol. Oh wow, we are very, very close on that. We are painfully close on that. Because I essentially will not have to worry about weapons cooldown for the most part.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
We had like story time with Grandpa Rex.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed.
By who?
I was head of a
like who will betray Rex?
We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas.
Rex is a progressive, for those who don't know.
He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up.
We all want Jared to shut up.
I wanted him to stop.
If he kept his mouth shut, no, he would have still ended up in prison anyway.
How much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground.
On Tuchanka, there is no neutral ground. Of course, you find where that crush is in like a Mass Effect 3.
The graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go.
From the ground into the ground.
It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead.
Krogan zombies.
The few
That's
that
a
were
scary
loyal to me
thought.
died quickly. I escaped with my life.
What they were saying is like
I sank my
quads.
dagger deep into
Quads.
his chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard?
Yes.
I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor.
So there you go. Rex's loyalty mission.
Uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war.
Somebody wanted a trophy.
Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Yep.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while. Have you seen much action?
And this is where you get the Dr. Hart mission.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
Explain.
Why were you investigating him?
It's a Solarian scientist. Always suspect them, especially ones that can sing Gilbert and Sullivan songs.
But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually.
One and the same.
It took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist.
Dr. Salion?
Hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
They're a delicacy.
I believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a
Hey, that's what I say. Talk about the Krogans care about their quads.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Good thinking. Lackeys are always easier to scare.
Exactly. Though in this case it paid off in a different way.
In what way did it pay off, Garrus?
Bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
So he was growing spare parts in his own employees.
Yeah, literal lab rats.
He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
Not yet, but he will.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
C-Sec
He ran,
bureaucrats.
blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but C-Sec headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't
Idiotas!
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Patton and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did.
And now he did.
All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
Yes, he became more than soulless. Oh, wait. Different one.
I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart. His idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go.
Yeah, that's gonna be simple enough.
I want to be there when you find him.
Okay, Tali. Again, Tali's loyalty comes from doing these guest quests. Right, continuing onward. Nothing on Pomal. We found some lithium. We got a name on Casbin. Scans of Matars revealed debris from an destroyed Asari freighter. Further scans uncovered a body which was brought on board. Dr. Chakwas examined it, but learned nothing about its origins. However, the Asari's personal effects was one of Matriarch Gilanaka's writings. Anything glowing, flashing? No. Wait, did I sell off that armor for Garrus? Okay, we didn't. It's on the tactical armor side. Alright, so where we gotta go? We're cruising or bruising. Memory serves me right. Is this the one that has that is often a fun one for the mountains to climb? Because I think this is the one that has like a lot of peaks and stuff that kind of makes it a little bit interesting. And so you kind of have to navigate up along the wherever there is the moss. The green on the rocks, basically. It's essentially your path up. Oh boy, that was a mistake. Well, what's here? Buried under the beacon was an identification tag for Captain Thean. There's no indication of why it was hidden here and who buried it in the first place. It was a self-made grave. Whoops. That was my fault. I kind of it's like, yeah, I misjudged that. Alright, that's, yeah, we ended up something too steep for the Mako to reasonably be able to deal with. We're going down! Like I said, I was going to say, you kind of need like the green mossy path to work your way up. Which one we're approaching now? But of course, there's more than one way to get to where you need to go. Wait, there's a bunch of enemies. up ahead too. Oh shit, that's right. It's a bunch of turrets.
I'm on my way.
So those electronics might be high enough now, because those were debris. Alright, so this one is kind of going to involve a little bit of hit and run tactics. Or they'll simply hit from a distance. We'd rather fight one of these things on the ground. Alright. Garrus, stop laying down on the job. Hey, there is... Nothing here? Seems like there should have been something there. which is weird. I think you're supposed to bring Tali down that one. I don't know. But at the very least, we gained another level as we work our way up. We're flying! Ooh, that bounce nearly worked out. If we were hoping for a good bounce, the ultimate in off-roading, the Mako. When you absolutely need to get somewhere. Like, it will go up over anything. Oops. Go. Cruising along. And you know what's funny though? Since we're doing the biotic, in all the cutscenes, Shepard typically has the pistol out anyway. Is it an internal base or external? I forget on this one. The hour now is always the time. All right. Oh boy. Well, we leveled up again.
Just one more outpost left.
Whew. Okay, what did we pick up? Nothing I saw in terms of armor. But we can't get that pistol now. We got the marksman training. Oh wait, there's something else over here. But since there's something else over here, and we basically had to fight all of those on foot, because for whatever reason I wasn't really connecting on any shots from the Mako. But we did gain like an extra level that we probably would not have gotten otherwise. We found uranium. Back to the Normandy. Basic rounds. Comes in handy against synthetics. Do 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 do.
Looking for supplies?
Yes.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Oh, cool. We can. All right. Shots before overheating 24. But it does a ton of damage. Alright, so let's well, I really let's knock off these series of quests, and this way tomorrow we'll be able to simply jump forth to another set. All right, we gotta land on Maji. Nothing on Almos. On Prego, we get Chief Engineer Arrow secured some high-res optical images of the buoys, which appear to have been neglected for some time. Each one was marked with the Baitika colony insignia. Anything flashing? Nope. All right, where are we going from here? Guess outpost. So 1, 2. This one is like a gauntlet of like turrets and stuff, if memory serves me right. Like it's kind of like weaving upwards. Like scan everything, unlock every crate. The simple fact, or at least we're able to get the Spectre pistol kind of early-ish, really helps. Especially when... Oh, wait. There's a couple of things nearby here. Does this mean there is a... All right, from the Edison colony. Is this one where you are essentially have to go to one area first? And then it sends you clear across the end. Because I know there's the Rachni. Then it's kind of like that. Oh no, this is oh, it's the it's an odd skull. The massive skull is scored by deflective mass accelerator shots. The xenobiology files in your Heartshoe computer can't identify the species. It must have been brought here from an unknown world. That makes you wonder. Actually, what it is, it's It's something that gets brought up in Mass Effect 3. It's like it's a species that the Krogan can ride into battle. Kind of like think of it as like a Krogan dinosaur. As redundant as that may seem. Alright. Right. Wow, so we were able to get the... No. Alright, we're not going to act too disappointed. Because again, because of my high level of stupidity, we are taking many, many chances. And we know whatever XP we were going to get there, we can make up for... Here. A lot of those things that the electronic skill is being too low for does come kind of in handy for like some of the collectible side quest. Pick up all the stuff. Where is it? Sorry writings. We found 5 of 10. League of Medallion, Solarian tags, valuable metals, Prothean disc. So those are kind of the stuff that we are looking in towards. In fact, let's also do a save, you know, just in case, you know, you never know. If we absolutely get our faces kicked in, which is entirely possible. Oh, wonderful. There is something worth scanning. Right here.
Let's take them out.
Oh, wonderful. Going down the mountain. Warp Mastery. Garrus, get up! Oh wait, there's two there. Oh, sweet. Got that extra level.
Area secured.
So, yeah. Popping in and out. Ooh. Where do I want to put this towards? Right, going up further. Achievement!
Strange. I expected one of these outposts to be the main base of operations for this incursion.
One moment. This receiver appears to be picking up some kind of transmission. Based on the signal strength, I would say it's coming from inside this star cluster.
It must be a message from the primary Geth.
It must be,
We can
yeah,
use the signal to
there's a
lock onto
specific
its
order,
location and
because
take them
there's
out.
one planet that does have a transceiver
It must
on
be
it.
a message from the primary Geth base. We can use the signal to lock onto its location and take them out.
Alright, so. Alright, return to Normandy. So there's one more mission we're going to do, and then we'll call it for the night. Oh, wait, did I just... Whoops, I've totally forgot there was something on my Stream Deck that I accidentally triggered. It clicked over. I forgot what one thing did on my Stream Deck, and it changed the subject. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and Grissom. So the last cluster we're heading towards. Like, whoopsie. We got a name on Scrotum. I mean Solcrum. Phrasing. All right, we found Lithium. Found a Legal 1 medallion. That puts us great progress there. Anything else? Anything flashing? Because it's normally one, but there was one place that did have 2. Heat level 1 says jumping out of the Mako is not advisable, despite my tendency to do so. Anomaly. Accuracy. Where are we on the? Might be able to hit level 25 off of this. Might. But look at the moon. Oh, look at the moon. Or it's not a moon, that's a star. It's so big and blue and gaseous. Oh, no, wait, it's a planet. It's this. Yeah, what am I thinking? Like, yeah, because it's, this place is, what we're on is in orbit. This one actually up on top? I didn't see it on the ground. Yeah, because we can get up here.
Securing point.
There were several artifacts stored here, all worthless except for one of Matriarch Didanaga's writings. Whether it was uncovered at the dig site or somewhere or elsewhere is unclear. But we found it. By finding it. That helps our experience points and making sure we can do more damage and stuff. Because we have the marksman ability, which combined out with the Spectre pistol, and there is a better version of that pistol too that normally you get on the second playthrough. By like a new game plus of the same character. So it's like the Spectre gear is the best possible gear you can have, and if you can get enough to equip a trio of characters, it's even better. All right, so we can't do that one. Electronic skill is too low. Alright, so let's make our way through this base. What's over here? Forging the mountains. What are we looking at here? Okay, it's an internal base. Whee! Whoa. Oh, hey, guess Colossi. Two of them. Throw mastery. All right, we got another one done. So it's like it's lift. All right.
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
Did we pick up anything useful? That's actually, again, that's technically better, although that one does more damage. All right, so one thing we were looking for was we got another level. As the last gust falls, you hear music from across the room. On the monitor, a Quarian stands from a hushed crowd, warbling in a mournful a cappella of words and innocence lost. The recorded song is dispatched to the guest worlds behind the Perseus Veil. The transmitter shuts down. So it said they were just listening to music.
Clear.
And it died as it lived. Alright, so again, increase our health, maximum accuracy, and our powers are even better. What? Put that there. Get anything? All right, there is. Well, at least there's a room here. There might be something extra here. Medium armor for Garrus. Discover a number of encrypted guest data files. In proper hands, they could reveal much about the evolution of the guest since the banishment of the Quarians. Alright, we bounced back to the Normandy. We talked to Tali. And, you know, yeah. So, overall, good progress. Like exclamation points are plot points. Haha, get it? Alright, let's go talk to the cute little Quarian. So that means tomorrow we can open up with EDI, go to the Citadel, and then resuming the quest of site thingies. Yeah, I say EDI because, you know, there is one thing that is EDI related. It's like EDI's origin story. It's important.
Shepard, I need to talk to you. It's important.
Is something wrong?
You know the data you took from those Geth control nodes?
Yes, we know about the data.
You uploaded to Alliance Control? I want a copy of it.
You want to bring this data back to the migrant fleet?
Yes.
Those files have information that could be vital to our efforts to understand the Geth. It could be the key to helping us reclaim our homeworld.
If I give you this data, your pilgrimage is over. You'll go back to your own people.
Yeah.
Not right away. I'll stay
not right
as
away.
long as it takes to stop Saren. But my people need this.
You think you can use this information to destroy your enemy?
Which, you know, they won't, but
We will need to study it. It could take years.
at least 2.5 years.
New insight into how the Geth have changed and evolved over the past centuries.
Go ahead, make a copy.
My people, I owe you a great debt. One I can never repay. The only thing I can offer in return is what
People
you
say it's
offer.
like, oh, the Quarians weren't humanoid under those
With you until Saren and his
their
Geth
masks.
armies are defeated.
But look, you can see their eyes and their nose clear as day.
I'll be counting on you, Tally.
Thank you, Shepard.
One Paragon point because, you know. Alright. So, not ideal in terms of my custom build, but we covered everything that was, you know, sort of on the reasonable side. And in terms of achievements, what we're working towards, and definitely pushing, we'll be able to at least, you know, break the 1,000 gamer score mark, so that'll be cool on this. So what we're missing here, got to do biotic lift. It was like, do you even lift, bro? So we gotta make sure we gotta keep doing that one. Trickling singularity and stasis. So assuming that we have 75 fights coming up the rest of the way, those should be pretty straightforward. And of course, complete the game with the majority of the game with Garrus and Liara. This one, reach a level 60 with one character, which is another playthrough, which I can try and combine with one of these at another point in time. This thing, the first time I played Mass Effect was on the PC, and I certainly was not this thorough with it. You know, the game was like, do everything. Yeah, these are just the Xbox 360 achievements. There you go. So tomorrow night, more Mass Effect. And then Wednesday, Journey to the Savage Planet. Thursday, Mass Effect. Friday, Alan Wake. Saturday is scheduled for Mass Effect, but since it's my birthday, we might do something different. Who knows? Who knows what we'll be up to on Saturday for sure. Christmas Eve, Overwatch. Christmas Day, Mass Effect. Birthday. Well, that reminds me, Falcon G. Did your mom have a good birthday last week? And just remember, we do have those Mass Effect emotes. Yes, you did. Awesome. Awesome sauce, boss. Alrighty, so let's find someone to raid here on this. It's Tuesday. It's early Tuesday where I am, but it's still Monday for, you know, people like west of like Texas and like the mountain ranges and in the and on the West Coast. Like, it's still Monday for Falcon G. So it's like, let's see. We'll go drop in on Sweet Linder, who is doing Smite tonight. What happens if you eat Christmas decorations? You get tinsel in it. I don't get it. I probably pronounced it wrong. Anyway. If folks want to follow on all the social medias, There you go. As we prepare for the raid. As always, everyone, thank you very much for hanging out. Greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all are awesome. Hope all of you have a great night. Tighten your friendship bracelets. Stay safe and have a great day tomorrow. We'll see you next time. Bye.